And again, I have another W image of me taken by my good friend. I'll put his Instagram up here right now. But basically with this image, I asked you guys what I should do with this image on Instagram. I'm just expecting millions and millions, gazillions of replies. We got the whopping number of 2 replies. So the first one we got here is Skate 3. I'm gonna be honest, I never played Skate 3 before, but I always saw those memes, especially that one with Jesus. You can kind of see like where he got that from because my arms are kind of like held outward. Okay, so I got an image idea. Basically, I'm gonna have like, I just imagine this image. I might even include like a Microsoft Paint in the corner for reference. Basically, for this image, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of heads looking up to the sky. They're in awe. They just can't believe what they're seeing in front of them. Essentially, it's gonna be me in the air on the skateboard in Skate 3, mind you. It's gonna be people looking like, whoa, he did what? So yeah, let's try to find that stock image of people looking up. Now all we have to do, crop this part, just add a little bit of Gaussian blur to them, get rid of those edges. Looks good. Just place it into the image. We don't even have a background here. There we go, right? Perfect, right there. Let's find another person looking up at the sky. Okay, so luck has struck us again. We found another great image, I would say. It fits like right in the middle. I can already imagine it. But can you notice the one problem with this image, besides like the little white spots down there? It won't matter because we're going to be blurring it quite a bit. Problem is, right here, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a little Adobe stock like watermark. But because of the upscaling and the placement of it, you can barely see it. Now I need one more person at least on the side. I think this placement is good. There's a little novelty to it, I must admit, because he looks kind of big compared to that guy, but still. Oh yeah, and I'm not sure if you noticed, but I actually added a shadow to him, and I think this placement is overall good. The only thing that I'm gonna do about it is I'm gonna slightly move it down so we have more room for us to make it a little bit more boom. That's all I needed to do. Now time to add the background. Now we got people looking up to the sky and the sun. All we need is me. Okay, so I got a new idea that's different from my original one. So I found this image, and apparently this is a thing you can do in Skate 3. It actually looks pretty popular because I typed in T-pose skateboard. I like to do that so I can get like a front-facing person like with a skateboard. I thought it was just gonna be like a regular skateboard pose like as you skateboard, but no, apparently like in the air you can do this, and it kind of fits perfectly with my image because I'm sort of doing it. So I'm gonna try to find a skateboard I can be holding. I'm just gonna place my body just floating in the air. Now we got this rough cutout of me and more cleaner cutout of the skateboard I found. And basically we're gonna place the skateboard in this hand. Looks like a good placement. I'll be able to place the skateboard there and stuff. But now I need to do a trick. As you notice, I don't have any more leg. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy myself. And then let's use the stamp tool to cover it up. Right here it looks a little iffy, so let's use the stamp tool a little bit more. Let's get the skateboard. Then I got me in the sky with the skateboard. Since we're kind of blocking the sun out, let's turn down our levels. Turning this down. Maybe we can add some solar flare effects to really like oversell it. Now we got the image in Snapseed. So remember how I'd say I'd blur it more? This is where it comes in. So we're gonna get the lens blur tool. We're gonna move it towards us. Now we're gonna add a little vignette. Well, finally, we're just going to add a little bit more detail to it. I think this is good for the submission. It's already good as is. The only thing I see wrong with it really is this guy's hair, which we can probably fix with a little blur. For the second reply, I couldn't really get what you were saying. For this image, what I interpreted it as is I should do me in a green screen room with like a camera recording me. Like I'm on a recording set. And I have the camera have the preview image of something totally different from what it actually is. Originally, I wanted to make this like into a comic type of ordeal, so I searched around Google for like a comic panel, like a 2-part comic panel for it, until I found this one image that would work perfect for it because it has a camera and it has the lens. So I basically got rid of the green screen part so I can have the camera in front of me. As you see right here, it's right in front of me. But then I realized something wrong. My face would also be inside of the actual panel of the camera. So what I did was meshed myself to be looking towards the camera. Like I changed the perspective of my image. And after that, I just searched for a camera overlay I can use for it. And then once again, I shrunk it. And then I basically free transformed it to fit the camera. I went on to Snapseed to edit stuff with the filters. Then I used lens blur to put more focus on the camera, where you see me with the money bags and the Lamborghini. Then I used head pose to make my person looking at the camera. And then I used HDR to make the reflections better. And then I used a frame to make it look like this came out like a Polaroid or like a camera. Then after I went searching for like a Warner Bros logo to put on the camera to make like an overarching like story behind it. So what I did was I shrinked it. I found like a little spot where I can put it on, like it's a sticker to the camera. And then I messed around with the blend modes to make it match, but also not stick out too much. Then I went on to this font website and I found this pen ink. It looks like he actually wrote it in pen, and I put it up there, and then I also changed the blend modes. I did the same thing with classified, so it looks like a classified image, like Warner Bros wouldn't want you to see this.